Here's the truth no one tells you. Practicing for hours could be ruining your progress. That's right, your brain doesn't need endless repetition, and it needs smart, focused practice. Today we're breaking down how to rewire your brain's superhighway for fluency in half the time.
Spoiler, you'll never waste time on mindless drills.
What you will learn in this video.
The brain hack behind language learning. Your brain isn't just memorizing words, it's rewiring itself. Find out how.
Why repetition works, but only if done right. Not all practice is created equal. Learn what actually speeds up fluency.
The secret to thinking in another language. A simple shift in how you practice can make foreign words feel natural.
How to build a mental superhighway for fluency. Discover what's happening in your brain when language starts to click.
A powerful trick to improve without speaking. No time to practice out loud? This brain-based method works anywhere.
How to train like an athlete for languages. Borrow this proven technique from elite sports to accelerate your learning.
Watch the full video to uncover these game-changing insights and start practicing smarter today.
All right, before we jump into today's episode, let's make sure you're armed with some powerful words to boost your English.
Yep. We've picked some awesome words straight from today's discussion. Listen carefully, because mastering these will level up your English and train your brain for fluency.
First up, we have neural, related to nerves or the brain. Example, language learning strengthens your neural pathways, making fluency feel natural.
Insulation, a protective layer that keeps energy inside. Example, myelin acts like insulation for your brain's signals, making thoughts travel faster.
Fun word alert. Superhighway means a super fast road, but also a way ideas or information travel quickly. Example, with enough practice, your brain builds a language superhighway. No more slow traffic in your head.
Rewire in. It means to change how something works, especially the brain. Example, practicing with Fluent rewires your brain to think in English naturally.
Engage, to actively participate in something. Example, don't just watch. Engage with movies by repeating phrases out loud.
Visualize. It means to picture something in your mind. Example, before speaking, try to visualize the sentence. It helps you remember faster.
Okay, you got the words. Now what?
Here's the trick. Listen to this episode again in a few days. Your brain needs repetition to lock in these words. Just like myelin builds speed in your neural pathways.
So hit replay, let these words sink in, and start using them, because practice doesn't just make perfect, it makes fluent.
So let's start with the basics. Our brain is made up of two kinds of neural tissue, gray matter and white matter.
Think of gray matter as the command center. It processes information, directs signals, and handles all the mental heavy lifting. White matter, on the other hand, is like a highway system that connects everything together.
And guess what? When we practice a skill, like rolling an Italian R or nailing that tricky English CH sound. We're not just training our muscles, we're actually rewiring our brain to make those skills second nature.
Here's where it gets cool. The nerve fibers that carry signals in your brain are covered in a fatty substance called myelin. Think of it as insulation for electrical wires.
The more you practice, the more layers of myelin build up, making your brain's signals travel faster, smoother, and more efficiently. It's like upgrading from a country road to a high-speed autobahn.
So when you're watching a movie in another language and recognizing words without subtitles, guess what? Your brain has built a superhighway for that skill.
But hold on, it's not just about mindless repetition. Practicing the right way is what truly moves the needle.
Research shows that effective practice isn't about clocking endless hours, but about focused, intentional learning. Instead of just watching a movie passively, you should engage with it, repeat tricky phrases, guess missing words, or even mimic the actor's pronunciation.
And hey, that's exactly why immersive tools like Fluency's Fluency Gym exist. Instead of just watching, you can actively participate in dialogues, sharpen your listening skills, and even compare your pronunciation to native speakers.
That's right. It's not just about learning, it's about training your brain to think in another language.
So, how do you make practice work for you? Let's break it down into simple steps.
Minimize distractions. Turn off notifications, put your phone on silent, and focus entirely on what you're learning. Even a small break in concentration can throw you off track.
Start slow and build up, just like playing an instrument. Learning a language is about rhythm. Speak slowly at first, focusing on accuracy, and then gradually pick up the pace.
Take breaks wisely. Ever notice how ideas suddenly click after stepping away from studying? That's your brain consolidating information. Practice in short, focused bursts rather than long, draining sessions.
Visualize success. Believe it or not, mental practice works. Studies show that imagining yourself speaking fluently can reinforce your actual learning.
Here's a crazy fact. Studies with basketball players showed that those who only visualized shooting free throws improved nearly as much as those who practiced physically.
That means your brain doesn't always know the difference between doing something and imagining it. So, even if you're stuck in traffic or waiting in line, you can mentally rehearse speaking in your target language.
Picture yourself confidently ordering coffee in French or having a conversation with a Spanish-speaking friend. Your brain will start preparing the pathways for those words before you even say them.
Mastering a language, just like mastering any skill, takes smart, effective practice. It's not about cramming. It's about training your brain consistently and strategically.
So don't just watch movies in your target language. Engage with them. Repeat phrases. Shadow native speakers and use tools like FunFluent to make active learning easy and fun.
With the right kind of practice, you're not just memorizing words or rewiring your brain for fluency. So go on, practice smart, stay curious, and keep pushing your limits.
And remember, the more you use it, the stronger it gets. So keep those language learning muscles flexing.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, have fun with it.
Quiz time.
Now, let's test your English comprehension with a couple of quiz questions.
Question 1. What is the role of white matter in the brain? A. It processes information and directs signals. B. It connects different parts of the brain like a highway system. C. It strengthens muscles used for speaking.
Question 2. Why does repeated practice help you learn faster? A. It increases the amount of grey matter in the brain. B. Builds up myelin, which helps signals travel more efficiently. C. It makes your brain physically bigger.
Question 3. What is the best way to practice a language effectively? A. Watch movies passively without engaging. B. Focus on intentional learning, like repeating phrases and mimicking pronunciation. C. Spend as many hours as possible without breaks.
Question 4. What surprising fact about mental practice was mentioned? A. People can learn a language just by thinking about it. B. Basketball players who visualized free throws improved almost as much as those who practiced physically. C. Myelin in the brain grows only when practicing in real-life situations.
How did you do? Whether you got them all right or learned something new, remember, every step you take is rewiring your brain for fluency. Keep practicing, stay curious, and most importantly, have fun. All right, let's lock in those new words with a quick story that'll make them stick in your mind. Picture this.
Learning a language is a lot like fixing an old house. At first, your neural pathways are like shaky wooden beams, barely holding things together. But every time you practice, you add a layer of insulation, making your thoughts move smoother. Soon, your brain builds a superhighway, rewiring itself for fluency. But here's the key, you got to engage. Don't just stand outside the house. Step in, visualize the layout, and start making it your own. That's how you truly make a language part of you. So replay this section over the next few days. Let those words sink in and watch your brain remodel itself into a fluency machine.
If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed language learning
Tips.